Welcome to my channel. My name is Tyler. I'm a lo-fi and ambient music producer with 14 million streams on Spotify. If you didn't already know, I also offering a one-on-one consultation that I can give you feedback, production tips, mix and mastering tips, or anything that you would like to learn from me. So check out the link in the description below to book it. So today's video, I'm going to break down one of my independent release called Snowy Sapporo, which is an emotional Asian lo-fi track. Recently, I'm experimenting with the Asian instrument and I have so much fun to make this track. So let's dive in and I'll show you how I create this track. So first thing first, today's video, I will going to change a bit of the breakdown instrument because in previous video I always put the drums in the last part of the breakdown. It is because my mixing process I love to separate the instrument on the top and the drums for the last part, and the middle will be filled up some like pad sounds and other instruments, something like that. But a lot of you would like to know my music production process, like I will start up with which layers first, which sounds first, and then after that will be what layers come in. So I will base on my music production process to break down this track. So make sure you watch all the full video. I will show you all the layers and all the process when I create this track. So almost all the time I start with a piano melody and chord. And I love to find out some nice chord progressions of some of my favorite songs. So if you would like to learn more how I'm start an idea and also maybe some chord progression, let me know in the comment below and I will try to make some video of it if a lot of people would like to know. So in this track, I use one of my favorite pianos library, Hammer and Wave, and I use this preset piano. And then I add the EQ and also beam. You will listen to it. I love to add some texture in the background. And then also reverb, RC24, give it some more lo-fi sounds, and also a compressor to groove it a bit. And the transit I will talk about later on. So basically, I love to start with the piano, and then in my production, I have a few parts of the rundown of the piano. So basically, I love to make a very beautiful, emotional for the intro, and then the part one will be repeat again. And for the break part, I love to create another melody and something like different tension. And then sometimes I will recreate a bit of the second part. In the outro, I love to put the melody one octave down, then you will hear that the sounds will be like a ending feelings. So here is the first idea of the piano sounds I create. So you can hear the sparkling sounds in the background. It is from the bin plugins. So in the break part, I love to make a totally different melody, and then like, oh, we are going to another scenario feelings like this. And then the last part will be more ending feelings. You will notice I putting a lot of time to find the melody, perfect melody and different part, and then I will create a full track and then start building it. It depends on what I'm feeling. Sometimes I will be looping a very simple piano loops, but sometimes I love to create very complex piano. Because in my opinion, preset sound combined with the piano melody, chord, everything, when you listen to it, you will already have the vibe. So when I create this one, I feel like this is already have a Asian lo-fi. I will base on this feeling and create another part or instrument. So after that, I love to put it more a chord under my first piano, and in this time I used the native instrument Mark 1. The sound so good, and I just add EQ. So basically it is just strum the chord, just give a little bit in the bottom. And then after that, I love to fill up some space with the pad sounds. Basically, this is a Zen meditation plugins with a lot of meditation instrument, but I really like this. You can blend with 3 layers to create some pad sounds. I think it is perfect for this track. Give it some texture in the background. And then I only EQ and add reverb. The sounds like this. Just fill up some space. After that, I will put the bass first. It is very simple that I will follow the root note, and then I will sidechain to the kick and also cut all the high. After this layer, I will have a basic instrument layers like this. So I already have some vibe and also already have full of the texture, and I will start creating my drums. Mostly I love to find out a perfect snare sounds, and then I will try to add kick and then hi-hat and also another groove like that. So the hi-hat will be just a loop, and then I EQ and add the RC20 for more lo-fi and pan it to the left a bit. Just a simple loop. And then for the kick and snare, kick is basically just cut the high, and then snare I fix it a bit. The before sounds will be like this. And then EQ RC20 will be like this. And then I added one more press sounds to layer to the snare. Just add some more texture like that. And then add some more loop. This is from LJ sample pack. So this is the first part. And then in the second part of the drums, I add some more like Chinese drums. And then pan it one to the left and one pan the right. So basically it is just add a little bit extra sounds. And then in the drum bass section, I love to put a compressor to group it a bit. So you can hear after adding drums will be like this. So now I'm going to add more layer, more instrument to fill up the space. I really like to add string sounds, and also I feel like it is perfect for this track. And this is an instrument from the Ottoman series, and this is from Arturia. And I also make a video right here of this Ottoman series, and you can check out that video right here. So today's I'm using these strings plugins, and I just EQ and add some reverb. So after that, I feel like we will need some flute sounds, right? Because it is also a Asian instrument. So this is a sound that's from Pigment, this preset. And then I added RUM, and for the EQ and the transit, I will talk about it later. The sounds will be like this. So if you know how to play the flute, something like the blue will be like this. And then I try to make the MIDI sounds more human feelings. So in the mix will be like this. I really love to experiment. Almost all my track I'm create it for fun, for experiment. So in these two layers, I use my mini freak and also microcosm to create some extra audios right here. And then before the sounds will be like this. Something like the bell sounds, and then I EQ RC20 ROM and add a bit of the delay, will be like this. Because I want to put this in the background, so the reverb will way behind the middle instruments. So in the second layers, it is also mostly is the same, and then I just add Soot to clean up a bit of this sound because it is a bit harsh. And then I pan it to the right a bit. So the most important part in this track, in the second part, I added a extra melody. It is from the Yangqin Asian instrument. I believe this is a free instrument plugin and also the first Asian instrument that I have. Then I added an EQ RC20 ROM and also this free plugins to give it more characters of the sounds. So the melody will be like this. So you will notice the Yangqin will have some extra note. So I automate a bit of the dynamic from here. So you can see so it will be more human, more natural feelings, and sounds like a human strumming the string. So I just automate in the not last note because I hear to some of the Asian instrument, they will strum the string in the last note. So I only automate in the last note. And then in the last part of the track, I add a charm, just add some more texture in the background, and the volume is super low. And then also some ring sounds. So basically, this is how I create this track. And the last thing, I will going to make the automation. So basically in this track, I use transits from Baby Audio to make some transition to between the track in and out, something like that. And also create some like the delay sounds. And also the charms will be to give it some more movement. And then the master bus is just the volume fade in and fade out to make the track more smooth to in and out. So basically this is how I create this track. You can listen to Snowy Sapporo on all streaming platform, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment below. See you in the next one.